Now, I'm not even gonna say I don't know about you, but blah blah blah, because I'm sure this is for everyone. December has flown by so fast. Like it's already midway through, and some people still gotta buy Christmas presents. I'm pretty much done, but I just wanted to give you guys kind of like a video that is like a gift guide of what to buy people, and some of it's gonna include like last minute stuff or things for like coworkers, people you don't really like know as well, or like I don't know what to buy this person, but I need to get them a gift. I'm about to go to the post office to drop something off, and then I'll film the video when I get home. Okay guys, I just got back from the post office and I'm just gonna do the like gift guide. It's gonna be really, quick, simple. I already bought like pretty much everything for people in my life for Christmas, so I do have some examples to show. First up, if it's someone like close in your life, I mean, you want to get them a good gift. It doesn't hurt to like ask them like, hey, is there anything that you want for Christmas? Because you don't want to buy a gift that they're not going to use. And it doesn't have to be anything that's like big. I know some people are like kind of picky and they like, no offense, can get greedy and they want like expensive presents, like flashy stuff. Most of the people in my life, like they're not like that, and there's a good amount of people in my life who also like don't even care about presents. And I think price doesn't matter, more so like obviously the thought behind it. You can get them something simple, but like as long as they can tell like, oh, you put thought into this gift. And I've been told that I'm a good gift giver. Even like some of my presents, like they might be like kind of small, but then I usually get like a lot of small stuff, or like one big thing and then like some smaller things, but I always try to make it like something that they like. So it might even be just like I said, something simple, but it's something that they like, and like definitely the gifts together like creates like a nice selection. So that's like a tip there, is just like get something they like, even if it's like simple. For instance, like my friend really likes like cats and like bread and plants and something just fell. So like this gift is like very simple. Like this bag wasn't expensive, but it's like breads and stuff like I know she'll like. And I did have this in my last video, so I'm sure if you guys watched that, you saw that I also got her like a croissant like little pillow. Like even cute like simple stuff like that. And then plus, if the person, like no offense, if they're mature enough, like they'll realize people don't have all this money for presents. Like even like small simple stuff just shows that you're thinking about them. And then more lately I've been the type to get presents like throughout the year, because that's when you like start scrambling when it's like, oh crap, like Christmas is like in a few weeks, or Christmas is like next week and I didn't really get anything. So just small simple stuff is often fine. And then like also showed in my video, like one of my friends really likes Harry Potter, and this is continuing off of a present that I got him for his birthday. So that also shows that you're like caring about the person, paying attention, stuff that you've like already gotten them, or like things that that they want or like need, and you're like paying attention to that. And then like I've already shown this in the other video, but just like inside jokes are kind of fun. Like for the cards from my friends, like my friend found this as like memes online, so it's kind of like a little inside joke between us. And then like my other friend and we kind of like I'm definitely not as into it as I was when I was in like middle school, high school, and I didn't realize he was into it too. Like I thought it was a joke, but then I quizzed him on it and he actually got like some of the questions right. So that's like the little joke between us. And then you might be thinking like, for I don't know, my partner or my cousin, like specific people, my best friend, the same rules can apply to everybody. I guess just how much you're spending on the person is kind of probably gonna be the difference there. Honestly, especially if it's someone closer to you that you're interacting with on a daily basis, or at least more frequently, like your partner, like maybe if you guys like live together or something, or even if you don't, maybe discuss budget, because some people can really afford like to spend like $500. Some people can only afford 50, some can only afford like 10, like some people can't afford it at all and they would prefer like a homemade gift. Like be open and honest, and then you're gonna have expectations that are not gonna like be disappointed, because maybe you're gonna spend like $200 on something and then the other person's like, oh, I didn't know we were doing presents, or I didn't know you were gonna spend this much money, or you took presents like this seriously. Definitely have an open discussion. If you are like putting so much like focus and emphasis on like, oh, what are they gonna get me for Christmas or whatever, you're gonna be set up for disappointment if you are, you know, putting a lot into it and expecting that to be matched, and then the person just like doesn't meet those expectations. And it doesn't mean that, you know, they don't care about you. Maybe they don't know that that's what you're into, or maybe that's just never how they've been in terms of giving gifts. Like maybe they have always been the type to be like, well, something like an experience might be more valued than spending like $300 on a pair of shoes for someone. Definitely try to, you know, talk to them about it. And then for people who you maybe like don't know as well, or you're not sure what they want, there's definitely some items that I feel like are pretty common. Like a holiday snack is definitely, especially if it's like someone you really, really don't know, like maybe you just talk to them at work, but you want to get them something nice. Like I tested this the other night, like a holiday treat, or even like a candy cane and like a card or something. Something maybe like, this one is like a little more personalized, but especially if you don't have like a whole lot of money. One of my coworkers made this. Like she asked like people what they wanted, like things that they liked, and like painted like these little canvases. So I like hedgehogs, and this is my favorite color. And then I was like, oh, do like a cute little bow on it or something. So she like asked people like what they wanted and just painted like things that they liked. And even if it was like kind of random, like people were like, yeah, like it's a random selection of items, you know, I like just thrown on a canvas, but I liked it, and it's like a nice like thoughtful like touch. The candle is not in this. I don't know where it's at, but like something like a candle, like those are pretty common, especially if it's like you don't know the person that well. And then like holiday themed like housewares, I feel like are pretty common. Like I actually got this for my housewarming, and then I forgot to do the game for the second party, so I just am gonna give this to my sister. So at Walmart, these are pretty cheap. I don't know if they have the prices on them. These are probably like, I'm gonna say maximum like $5 to $8 each, which if you're gonna get a whole set, it can be pricey, especially if you're getting it for someone who like maybe you don't know as well. So maybe just like one or two of these items, or like the throw and like a candy cane or something. Like the throw was actually like pretty cheap, maybe like $5. And then like little spoon rest and little salt shakers. They had these in gingerbread as well, and I actually did give that one away at my party because we actually did the games during the first party, and I didn't forget that. Something more of like a little, let's keep falling, a little like playful, you know, fun vibe. Getting like a board game or something. I'm just getting this out because it was literally like on my coffee table, because I did play it at my apartment warming party. You know, there's tons of fun games out there, and even though like I feel like we're kind of moving away from board games to some extent, and like card games for like more online, or you know, there's plenty of games now that you can play digital versions of. I think these are still good. People definitely can still have a good time with stuff that's like not digital, and you know, they could be away from their phones and like more connected on the game. We definitely had a good time when we played it. Like a cute little decor item. There's actually nothing in this box, but I thought this was really cute, because people always have tons of stuff and nowhere to put it. I literally do not have many like physical CDs or anything, and I don't have many like K-pop albums either, but music is always good, especially if people are really into collecting the physical CD or record, especially if they're like a K-pop fan. If you do not know, like, it's a very lucrative world in like K-pop with their music, because they'll create like different versions of the album, and then they'll be like, wait a second, like a month later we're gonna re-release this with like 3 new songs, and then there's gonna be like versions for every single member in like night and day version, and you gotta collect all the photo cards. So definitely, like, if you have a music lover in your life, if you have a K-pop lover in your life, ask them like, what album do you want? And I don't know if this one's gonna fit into the frame, but like, some people really like plushies. It's supposed to be like a beat. Some people really like plushies, especially kids. Like, definitely ask them. And I know some kids are like crazy about their toys, and the price points are like not great, but there still are some like good toys out there that are at a better, you know, price range. And you know, some kids are very, very picky. They're like, it has to be this one. Now, like, there's some kids who definitely will be happy with just like a cute little plush at, you know, many ages. Yeah, happy gifting, and I hope you guys can find some nice presents for the loved ones in your life. And if you have like some last minute shopping to do. Maybe some of these ideas will help you.